Hi, I'm Victoria Banks. I'm a songwriter here in Nashville. I've been working behind the scenes here for 20 years. Well, my family was all in classical music, so I'm kind of the black sheep of the family, but we grew up singing all sorts of classical music. I trained in that. My dad was a collector of antique phonograph records, so I listened to a lot of those, and I didn't really discover that there was any music post-1940 until I went to school. And then I was like, wow, what is this? It's amazing. So I fell in love with songwriting, and I knew that there was one place in the world to be if you want to become the best songwriter possible, and that's Nashville. So as soon as I was old enough to move here, that's what I did. As big or as small as well, the first song I got to hear on the radio of my own was a song called Saints and Angels. I wrote it for Sarah Evans, and it was on her big Born to Fly record. And I wrote it by myself. I was dirt poor at the time. I was on my first publishing deal, so I was making like $12,000 a year. And I was driving a car that I had to start by shorting the starter out with a beer can. So the song came on the radio in that car, and I turned it up as loud as it would go. And it was the most amazing feeling ever. And then I saw the blue lights flashing in the rearview mirror. So I pulled over and rolled down the window, and the officer was like, "All right, license and registration, please, ma'am." You know, he gets that excuse every time, probably in Nashville, so. Hey, sports fans and symphonies, beer and champagne. Yeah, the song City of Dreams that I played is a special one for me. It's an older song, but it's one that I wrote right after the Nashville flood. It was like 2 days after the flood. And it's a love song to Nashville. It was inspired by seeing this city that had frankly broken my heart over and over and over again as a creative person, but seeing it in trouble and realizing how much I love this place. And so I wrote the song on the plane as it was coming in for a landing over Nashville from a tour that I had been on. And I was looking down at the downtown lights, and they weren't there. It was just darkness where the lights should have been. And so I started singing it into my little voice recorder and finished the song in the middle of the night that night. And the song went on to be recorded by 40 different artists as a big tribute and fundraiser for the Nashville flood. And all of the proceeds went to the Red Cross. I am your city of dreams. And then it's taken me on a journey since then too, because it became the title song of the Nashville Ballet's Attitude program last year, and the ballet choreographed the song, and I got to perform it on stage at TPAC with the ballet dancing all around me, so it was pretty amazing. Don't you don't give up on me. Well, my life is always a combination of working behind the scenes and trying to get that next hit song penned for any of the artists on country radio. So that's still my full-time job. I write for a publishing company called Rare Spark Media Group in Nashville. But I also tour and perform my own material because, you know, you just want to get a chance to get out there and connect with the fans. And I get to share my songs that I love dearly of my own, which find their way onto my records. So don't you give up, don't you give up, don't give up on